Okay, let's just jump right in. Imagine you wake up one day and find out our sun is dying. Not in billions of years like we've always been told, but right now. This is the setup for Project Hail Mary, an absolutely last-ditch mission to save not one, but two worlds from being completely wiped out. And all they have is science, a little bit of luck, and, well, a prayer.
So just how high are the stakes? Well, they're absolute. The whole mission is called Project Hail Mary for a reason. And as the story's mission director puts it, this isn't just another problem to solve. No, this is, and I quote, literally the apocalypse. This mission is the very last roll of the dice for all of humanity.
So what's going on? It all starts with this really chilling discovery. Our sun, it's dimming. It's fading away at a speed that is completely unnatural, and it's getting faster. This is not some normal solar cycle. It's something alien, and it's literally eating our star alive.
And here's the culprit. Meet astrophage. You can kind of think of it like a tiny spacefaring parasite that just feasts on stars. It's set up shop on our sun, it's gobbling up its energy, and it's causing the whole thing to cool down. And you know, for a planet like Earth that kind of relies on that warmth, that's a death sentence.
So yeah, humanity is officially on the clock. Scientists run the numbers, and they figure out that in just 30 short years, the dimming is going to trigger an irreversible ice age. We're talking mass extinction. There's absolutely no time to waste.
The plan they come up with is as simple as it is completely desperate. They're going to send a ship on a one-way trip to a star system called Tau Ceti. Why there? Well, it's the only star anywhere near us that seems to be immune to this cosmic plague. And humanity's only shot is to figure out why, and somehow get that answer back home.
On board the ship, the mission science specialist, a guy named Dr. Ryland Grace, wakes up from a long medically induced coma, but his memory is totally gone. He quickly figures out his crewmates are dead. He is all alone, millions of miles from home. Or so he thinks.
So when Grace finally gets to Tau Ceti, he makes this absolutely stunning discovery. There's another ship already parked there. And when he sees its weird geometric shape, one thing becomes instantly clear. That thing is not from Earth.
After a very tense first contact, Grace meets the ship's only crew member, an alien engineer that he ends up naming Rocky. And that's when he learns the most incredible truth. Rocky's home star, 40 Eridani, is dying for the exact same reason as ours. They're both here on the same impossible mission.
And just like that, you've got that old saying holding true across the entire galaxy. You've got two different species facing the exact same threat from the exact same microscopic enemy. This shared crisis, this astrophage, it becomes the foundation for a totally unprecedented partnership.
Now that they're working together, the two of them start to investigate Tau Ceti. The big question is, why is this star okay? Their search leads them to one of the planets in the system, and what they find there, it's incredible.
They find the system's secret weapon. It's a microbe they call Taumoeba. It's native to this planet, Adrian, and it seems like it evolved to do one thing really, really well: hunt down and eat astrophage. This is it. This has to be their miracle cure.
The solution seems almost too good to be true, right? Just breed a ton of these Tomobiba, take them back to their home stars, and let them loose to clean up the astrophage mess. It's a perfect plan. Both worlds get saved. But, as they're about to find out, science is almost never that simple.
And yeah, their hopes are just completely crushed by one fatal flaw. When they run some tests, it turns out the Tumoba are poisoned by nitrogen. And since Earth's atmosphere is almost 80% nitrogen, and Rocky's ammonia-based atmosphere is also full of nitrogen compounds, well, the cure is useless. It would die way before it ever had a chance to do its job.
So, everything is on the line. The human scientist and the alien engineer. They have to put their heads together and figure out how to fix their broken cure before both of their worlds completely run out of time.
This is where the story shifts into pure collaboration. You're down to two brilliant minds from two totally different species with two completely different ways of thinking about science. They absolutely have to become one team.
And that's exactly what they do. They basically merge their two ships, creating this single shared laboratory. They're combining human scientific tools with Rocky's incredible alien materials and engineering. They turn two separate missions into one unified effort.
Their plan is pretty ingenious. They're not just going to find a cure, they're going to create one. It's a process called directed evolution. By exposing generation after generation of tau amoeba to slightly more nitrogen each time, they can basically force evolution to happen on their schedule and breed a whole new strain that can actually survive.
And after all this intense work, they do it. It works. They now have a tough, nitrogen-resistant version of their cure. But this amazing victory immediately slams Grace with the most impossible choice imaginable.
See, all those experiments, while they were successful, they also critically damaged the ship. So now, there's just enough fuel to send the life-saving tau amoeba to one of their home stars, but not both. After everything, they still have to choose which world lives and which one dies.
I mean, this is the ultimate moral gut punch. Does Grace do what he was sent to do and save humanity, knowing it means his new friend's entire species will go extinct? Or does he save his friend, giving up his only chance to ever see home again?
In the end, Grace makes a choice that's all about sacrifice and friendship. He loads up these little probes he calls beetles with the cure and launches them back towards Earth. Humanity is saved. Then, with the very last of his fuel, he turns his ship and heads for Erid to save his friend.
But the story doesn't end there, in tragedy. It ends with purpose. Years later, we see Grace. He's alive, and he's well on the Iridian homeworld, and he's in front of a classroom of little Iridian children asking them that question. He might have lost his home, but you know what? He found a new one.
So ultimately, the real solution to saving two worlds wasn't just some miracle microbe they found. It was the trust and ingenuity and just the powerful, unlikely friendship that was built between two very different beings who were working together against impossible odds.
And that's your explainer on the incredible journey of Project Hail Mary. It really makes you wonder, right? When we're faced with a real crisis, what are we actually capable of? Thanks so much for tuning in.